Let's get serious about the SDGs. They are complex. They're almost impossibly ambitious. Simply doing more of the same won't cut it. The number one lesson of the current pandemic is that there's only one proven pathway to achieving the SDGs, and that is to shift the power, to shift public resources and decision-making power to the leadership, creativity, and resilience of local communities. There's a science to this. It's called community-led development, or CLD. CLD is proven not only to be the most practical way to solve the interlinked challenges of poverty, inequality, and environmental destruction, it is the only pathway to restore human dignity. I coordinate the movement for community-led development, and we are committed to the dignity afforded when all people enjoy the right to voice in the decisions that affect their lives. The systematic assault on human dignity is a hot topic today, whether it's racism, sexism, or the top-down siloed modes of international development. At the root of these challenges is what bell hooks called the capitalist, imperialist, white supremacist patriarchy. That is not an overstatement. It is, however, within our power to transform this situation, to decolonize development, and in the words of Mahatma Gandhi, to restore the most impoverished people we've ever seen to control over their own lives and destiny. The first step is to transform our own mindset. We must erase the word beneficiary from our minds and vocabulary, from our project proposals and reports. We must stop treating resourced poor people as needy and recognize women and men as problem solvers held back by an unjust system. People don't need us to give them fish or even teach them to fish. They need us to stop putting barbed wire around the fish ponds. Deconstructing patriarchal mindsets and awakening people to their rights and power is a social change process that requires quality facilitation by trusted local leaders. This is where we come in. We must transform our own organizations. Our principal outcome must be a sustainable, inclusive, grassroots civil society everywhere. The civil society must be able to engage with what SDG 16 calls effective, accountable, and inclusive institutions at the community level. Many of us have seen this possibility during the pandemic. As outside experts were pulled out, committed local community leaders, especially women leaders, stepped forward, saved lives, and built resilience. And they do not plan to step back. The shift in power is underway. From Kenya to Indonesia, countries are shifting budgets and decision-making authority to local communities. UNICEF has just adopted minimum standards for community engagement. WHO has made it one of the key accelerators for achieving the health SDG. As the writer Arundhati Roy has written about the pandemic, nothing could be worse than a return to normalcy. The pandemic is a portal, a gateway between one world and the next. She wrote, "We can choose to walk through it, dragging the carcasses of our prejudice and hatred, our avarice, our data banks and dead ideas, our dead rivers and smoky skies behind us. Or we can walk through lightly, with little luggage, ready to imagine another world and ready to fight for it."